How's it going, everyone? I'm SirJames coming at you guys with another lightsaber video. And last time I gave you guys my review on a Grogu inspired lightsaber, and now we're going to check out another tiny saber here, and that is for Master Yoda himself. This particular hilt here is Profi installed and done by TXQ, and was obtained on NSabers.com. So as always, if you are interested in the hilt that I'm reviewing in today's video, or just anything NSabers tends to offer, I do have my very own affiliation link located in the video description and pinned comment down below, along with a discount code. Anytime that you use my discount code, not only do you receive, well, a discount on your purchase, but I also receive a small profit from that, which goes towards supporting this channel and me being able to review cool stuff like this for you guys to check out. Now, I do apologize ahead of time if I seem a little off or if I sound a little off. I've been sick for the past week, so I was hit with something, and every time I got through something, I'm hit with something else. It's just a constant roller coaster thing, and it's been so draining lately. But hopefully I can get through in this review and keep it short, simple, straight to the point. But yeah, like I said, this is done by TXQ. Let me give you guys a closer look here. Pretty well done Yoda saber. I'm always, you know, one of the things I tend to like is these little tiny sabers too, because you can pack so much power behind it in such a small little chamber and chassis. Now, of course, this is a 2-button setup, so you have your main button here, and yes, there's some light up functions, which we'll get to in just a bit. And you also have a secondary button located right here on the side. Now, this will be using a, of course, 7/8 blade, and has a total of 2 retention screws, little small ones here, one located on the left and right hand side. And some nice ventilation. In fact, the speaker is so low that this is going to be a nice loud sounding lightsaber, that's for sure. Now, as far as how you disconnect it, it's going to be disconnecting from this point on. You're just going to go ahead and unscrew it, just like so. And once you remove that, you have access to your removable chassis. So here is our removable chassis. As I mentioned before, this is the Profi version of the lightsaber that I'm reviewing. You have a button access here and a button access there. On the other side, you have your USB-C charging port and a much smaller battery compared to your normal size battery and other lightsaber hilts. And speaker and connector. With that being said, it's easy to reconnect because this is only going to connect one way. And the easiest way to remember is simply look where the button access is and look where the button accesses are in terms of the chassis, and just align those pieces up. Give it a little slight push until you just feel a little click in, then reassemble everything and you are good to go. Yeah, it's just as simple as that. And like I said, it looks great. So let me go ahead and bring over a blade. Oh, by the way, if there are some cuts in this video, that's probably just because I got a cough coming up or whatever the case may be, just again due to just being sick. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm using a little bit of a slightly bigger blade in terms of what is normally used for a Master Yoda lightsaber, but for the most part, when it comes to a lightsaber, just use whatever blade you want. So if you want to be accurate, then get a more proper length. I think Yoda's blade is a 26-inch, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure someone will correct me. Again, I can't remember all the information. I just don't have that good of a mind. And the one I'm using here, I believe I'm using a 28-inch blade. So just, again, a slightly longer blade, but, you know, it still fits relatively nice as far as things go. Let me go ahead and turn this light off. Now, as I mentioned before, there are light up functions on the hilt besides obviously the blade. And in terms of where the activation button is, and over here, these will light up green to demonstrate that. As I mentioned, these will light up green. Now, if you are curious, when you change lightsaber colors or different fonts, Will these light up functions here change as well? And the answer is no. The stationary buttons here will always remain green, while everything else will change color, which in this case will be just the blade. Now, of course, by default, this is going to contain all the basic saber fonts that you will get with a TXQ lightsaber. Most of the ones you are pretty much well familiar with as far as this Hilt goes, meaning that I didn't add anything. So by default, this does have gesture controls enabled, such as twist on and twist off. There we go. And the secondary button is, of course, changing.
I am told it is the dark saber.
Of course, we're going to go ahead and go with one of my favorite ones, which is the dark saber font.
You are fighting against the blade.
That's not me fighting against the blade. It's just that it's such a small lightsaber that it's really hard. I think one of the other things too, personally, is because of the secondary button. I feel like if this was more static and just a single button setup, I feel like I wouldn't feel as uneasy about it. But I think it depends on how you hold it. That kind of varies. Like, for example, if I'm holding this a little bit more backwards, I could probably do, I feel a little bit better spinning it as far as things go. But that's alright. It's not that big of a bothersome, to be honest.
Cal Kestis.
Ooh, look at that nice blue right there. Let's see. Nope, wrong one. That's for the deflecting one. Nope, let's see. Because I know there's battle mode, but I'm trying to remember how to disable battle mode. Let's see. Nope, still active. Let's see.
Anakin. General Kenobi.
Like I said, the speaker sits quite low on here. Right now it's in battle mode, so which means every time I swing, it's like I'm deflecting. So that's what essentially battle mode is. Let's see.
Lost. I'm lost.
Nope. Activated music.
I can see him in my mind's eye.
Again, nice speakers. Of course, some classic. Gotta get that little training droid. Kind of reminds me when the sound effects goes off for this one. You know, I don't know if any of you have a VR headset. If you've ever played the Star Wars VR game where you go into the lightsaber training area. That's always fun. Alright, let's see. There's quotes on this one, I know.
Stretch out with your feelings.
No! Copyright. That's not what I meant to do. There you go. Nope.
I suggest you try it again, Luke. This time, let go your conscious self and act on instinct.
Nothing beats the classic there. We'll do a couple more.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
Might as well do this one since it's got Yoda in the voice.
I'm the one you're after. Bring your army. I'm ready.
And Luke. Better than that first green one that we started with, that's for sure. Let's see.
You're not bad with a lightsaber.
Adequate. I am.
You did your best.
Next up, we'll go to my other favorite, the pod racing one.
Yoko to Bantha Pudu.
But yeah, overall, it's a fun, powerful little lightsaber, that's for sure. Just obviously one thing for me to mention, it's not really a negative, it's kind of one of the things that people should expect. Obviously with larger lightsabers, I guess an example here would be an Ahsoka one. You have much more room to work with as far as twirl, swinging, and hand grips and things like that. And obviously, when it comes to something like a small saber like Yoda or a Grogu-inspired one, or maybe some other small ones that might be on the market as well, you have a lot less room to work with. In fact, you could kind of... Oop, didn't mean to do that. And of course, Boba is going to get the last laugh. Is putting a much shorter blade and using it more of like a dagger type scenario. But yeah, like I said, the Master Yoda lightsaber is really cool in general, and I'm sure for anyone who is a fan of the character or adding specific ones to their collection, Yoda right here is going to make an excellent choice for sure. But what do you guys think of this lightsaber? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully I could recover from whatever it is that I had, so I can get back to some more regular content. I do have quite a few stuff from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I have that large mouse droid that was released on May 4th, which I will be reviewing. We have a Kylo Ren here, which I believe is Nexus. I have the new Ahsoka from TXQ. I have a Asajj Ventress right here from the latest Star Wars show that came out on May 4th. So yeah, some really cool stuff indeed. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. And again, any questions, please let me know. Until then, always remember, may the Force be with you.